Now, look, every day I know out there you feel voiceless, you shake your heads, as I do, as to where we are heading. Well, it seems today, for many, life's about making a complaint about someone and hope that money falls into your lap. Why has the Dutton opposition, and Dutton's a very good man, why have they given up demanding to know how Brittany Higgins got $3 million in a mediation that lasted less than a day, paid up by Labor, but her employers, Linda Reynolds and Michaelia Cash, were excluded from the mediation? Here's a woman who received money for arguing that she'd never be able to work again, but she's now trotting around the world, $3 million. Well, now the South Australian Independent MP, Rebecca Sharkey, I've never met the woman, but she's facing claims that she bullied, ostracised and humiliated a former staffer. This is now in the federal court. And the staffer claims she experienced distress, insomnia, crying, anxiety, and depression. She's arguing that all this started when her hours were reduced from 4 days a week to 3 days a week. This was part of the staffing changes rightly introduced by the Albanese government. Quite frankly, there are too many staff in Canberra. I mean, the Prime Minister's got nearly 60. It's ridiculous. Anyway, she says she felt humiliated and diminished because she would no longer be involved in arranging Miss Sharkey's diary. Humiliated and diminished. She said she felt ignored by Miss Sharkey and she felt unwelcome. She was forced to answer to a new manager with whom she'd previously experienced difficulties. I mean, this stuff's out of hand. Get yourself a lawyer, talk about stress, anxiety and depression, and the Higgins precedent suggests there's money in it. And this stuff's on the increase. Politicians, of course, silent and frightened to oppose it. I know Janet Albrechtson telling us that at 8:31 p.m. on last Saturday evening, Bruce Lehrman wrote to the ACT Chief Justice Lucy McCallum, who presided over that infamous Higgins rape trial, and asked McCallum to lift all relevant remaining non-publication orders and suppression orders in the Higgins-Lehrman issue so that more light could be shone on those proceedings, the accusation of rape by Brittany Higgins. Fair enough, you'd think. The Chief Justice, Lucy McCallum, declined the request. Janet Albrechtson rightly reminds us of the observation of one High Court judge who noted that without public scrutiny, quote, abuses may flourish undetected. It's not the first time that Justice McCallum has been asked to lift all remaining non-publication and suppression orders, which prompts the question, why the secrecy? Why would a judge keep material secret? As Albrechtson says, why would any judge, let alone a Chief Justice, continue to risk a suggestion that they are not fully committed to open justice? While Higgins has some internship, this woman who never get a job again, at the Palais des Nations in Geneva. Why should any of the written submissions to the court in the Higgins rape trial, why should any remain secret and not for publication now that the trial is over? Secrecy, presumably, to hide something. What do we say about the courts today? You might get decisions, you may not get justice.